And now it's time for Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's talk hookup. For the next 2 hours, join Pete Gray, rock cod Rick Maxa, and this week's special expert guest for fishing information, new techniques to catch more fish, and the most current scoop on what's happening in the water. Let's Talk Hookup is sponsored in part by Yamaha Outboards, official motor sponsor of Let's Talk Hookup. Royal Polaris, the world's finest long-range sports fisher. By Ford, the official truck of Let's Talk Hookup, and Shimano Rods and Reels. Fish with the best. Shimano. Get ready for the fastest 2 hours on radio with the hosts of Let's Talk Hookup, Pete Gray and Rock Cod Rick Maxa.
Good morning, anglers, and welcome to Let's Talk Hookup. I'm Pete Gray with Rock Cod Rick Maxa. We're live at Big Bay Yachts, right at Intrepid Landing in San Diego, right next to Point Loma Seafoods on the walkway here. We're waterfront here this morning, and we have an incredible event this morning. First of all, it's the grand opening of Big Bay Yachts, Mr. Scott Lampy's organization here, legendary Scott Lampy, and we have the Seakeeper Demo Days. We have Berkeley Andrews right here with us. We have Pete Grossbeck, the world-famous Captain Pete Grossbeck. And on the phone from Seakeeper headquarters on the East Coast, we have Jeremy Davis. Going to be a great show talking about this amazing device. And come on down. We have some great prizes and lots of fun to go on here, and even free breakfast for you this morning. So come on down to Intrepid Landing this morning, live at Big Bay Yachts, right here on the Mighty 1090. Spring fishing is finally here. Will it be another banner season? Will it even be better than last year? Will it cool off? Who knows? Fishing is one thing that's impossible to predict. But when it comes to trucks, it's easy to predict who's going to be number one. Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for the last 40 years in a row. Today's Ford trucks combine legendary toughness and state-of-the-art technology, giving you the best of both worlds. That's called being California smart. Ford has put it all together with the F-150 STX package. These trucks are nicely equipped with an EcoBoost engine, hands-free system controls, a reverse-sensing camera, 20-inch wheels, and a lot more. All at a price you're going to love. Now, I can't always predict what the fish are going to do, but I can predict that Ford is going to be on the top once again with trucks like the 2017 F-150 STX package. It's California smart. Stop by your San Diego County Ford dealer today. They'll be glad to hook you up.
The Sport Fishing Association of California is taking a leadership role to broaden the fishing opportunities for Southern California anglers. And Saturday, April 29th, Pete Gray will be traveling to Mazatlan, Mexico with the president of SAC, Captain Ken Frankie, and his staff to host a live broadcast from the El Cid Marina and Resort in Mazatlan. The broadcast will feature some key personnel from Mexico Fisheries and help strengthen the ties with the sport fishing fleet in Southern California and Mexico. They will also discuss the great fishing opportunities available in Mazatlan. SAC's mission is to promote tourism through marine recreation and educational activities while protecting ocean resources. By working together with Mexico, we can show our care for the resources both at home and across the border. Tune in Saturday, April 29th for a very special live Let's Talk Hookup broadcast from Mazatlan, Mexico with the Sport Fishing Association of California. Check CaliforniaSportFishing.org.
It's time for our Power Pro 30-second seminar, and I tell you what, with Power Pro, what I like about it is the knot strength. You tie a knot with Power Pro, whether it be a John Collins knot, an Albright knot, back-to-back uni, they hold and work with Power Pro.
Yeah, the line is just not stiff. It's the perfect amount of round. It has good abrasion resistance, and it's just easier for connections than other types of line out there.
Indeed. Power Pro at your favorite tackle store, or check out PowerPro.com.
A few years ago, Shimano introduced the Tranx 500 reel, and it changed the way we cast for big fish. Now, by popular demand, Shimano has created two new sizes. Introducing the Tranx 300 and 400. Available now at your local Shimano dealer. Tranx is the dream reel for throwing big baits and catching big fish. X-Ship and HEG technologies combine to provide massive cranking power with a smooth, effortless retrieve. Plus, Shimano's new Core Protect water-resistant technology provides long-lasting durability in the harshest environment. The new Tranx 300 and 400 are available in 2 gear ratios and 2 different handle designs to cover all fresh and saltwater applications. See the new Tranx 300 and 400 at your local Shimano dealer. Tranx, it's not just a new reel, it's a way to fish. Check Shimano.com for all the details.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090. We're live from Big Bay Yachts in San Diego, and man, I know we say it a lot, but this is the type of live broadcast spot I could get used to. This is really nice down here.
No kidding. Scott Lampe has put out a spread here, man. I'm telling you what, this is pretty impressive.
Good, buddy.
And if you want to park, the best thing to do. Hey, good morning, Scott. He's been running around like the old proverbial chicken with the head cut off. Well,
morning, Scott.
Just somebody had to make sure the pancakes were ready.
Yeah. So, first of all, let's tell people how to get to Big Bay Yachts and the Intrepid Landing, okay?
We're at the site of the old Kettenberg Yard location right next to the landings in Point Loma Seafood on the promenade. So the parking spots would be either over by the Brigantine in the big public lot or the lot in front of the landings if you want to pay.
But park over by the Brigantine and
walk right down the promenade. You won't miss
down
it.
the promenade, and then you'll see us right here at Big Bay Yachts, right at Intrepid Landing. It's kind of halfway between the Brigantine and Point Loma Seafoods, if you can kind of picture that. And come on down here and see it. So, how did you? This is your grand opening. How did you? This is not the first rodeo for Big Bay Yachts, though, is it?
No, we moved in here 4 years ago when it was a construction site. The docks were just in, and we lived here for the dirt and getting these buildings built at the port and getting it all ready. But I spent 29 years on Shelter Island at another company's name, selling boats with guys like Peter and Lasley and guys like that, rigging us, doing the bad company stuff with Viking. And now we do Albemarle, Cobia, and brokerage boats.
Wow. And what are we doing here today? This is the Seakeeper demo day. We have, of course, our good buddy Berkeley Andrews from Seakeeper and tremendous representative for Seakeeper, kind of the one of the primary captains here of the legendary Pete Grosbeck. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning,
Pete.
And then on the phone from headquarters of Seakeeper on the East Coast, Jeremy Davis. Good morning, Jeremy.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Hey, great to have you.
Good morning, Jeremy.
Yeah, fantastic. So, Berkeley, tell us about Seakeeper Demo Day today.
Well, we're really excited. The Seakeeper, the Contender 32-foot demo boat is here for Seakeeper Demo Days, and we're doing a tour along the West Coast here in Southern California. We've got 3 Seakeeper demo boats, back east, but this gives people an opportunity to really, feeling is believing, and you get on this boat, and we're getting up to a 95% roll reduction, which is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it is amazing. And Pete Nolan's just here for a few minutes. Pete, step up to the mic right here, and Pete Nolan is the boat captain for today's Seakeeper demo, right?
That's right, sir.
Yeah, go ahead and step right into that mic, and you just gave me a tour of the demo boat and the Seakeeper roll reduction system. You have a 97% roll reduction on that boat?
96 on the 32 Contender, that's correct.
And what people can do is come down here today and actually experience that ride. Yeah.
We welcome everybody to get down here to the landing here and take a ride on this boat.
It's incredible.
You and Ryan went yesterday.
Yeah, Ryan and I got a chance to go and ride with Captain Pete, and they say it. Berkeley said it. Seeing is believing. We're going to talk about it for the next 2 hours. What a fantastic product thing like is. There's no words that will ever do that Seakeeper justice. You have to come down and see what that product does to a fishing boat. Similar to the boats we fish out of. This is a 32. It's a center console, very similar to what we have, and it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing what Seakeeper does to a regular fishing boat. It's crazy.
Yeah. I just got to add to that I've been on a dozen boats with Seakeepers, but there was nothing so dramatic as being on that 32-footer and feeling how it rode through a wake from another boat, how it took a beam, anything. Seeing is believing. That's the only way I can describe it.
The best scenario I had was they put Ryan and I both standing on the gunnel, holding onto the T-top, and they said, with all your weight, try and rock this boat back and forth as hard as you can. And Ryan and I are not small guys. We had that thing going back and forth so bad, I thought we were going to flip the thing. And he goes, okay, hang on, I'm going to turn the Seakeeper on. He flips the switch, and it was like you put the brakes on the ocean. From back and forth as hard as you can imagine to and stopped. And I mean, not an inch beyond that. And then with the two of us pushing and pulling as hard as we could, we couldn't make the boat. We couldn't even make the boat list an inch. It was incredible.
Yeah, and Pete took me down this morning. I was unable to make the ride yesterday, which I'll explain later. But Pete took me down and gave me a in-the-water demo this morning. Even at the dock, it's impressive. When you hear that thing rocking.
It's crazy.
And you turn that thing on, it stops right now. And what amazed me about that is how small that is. I mean, how much does that weigh?
The 3DC weighs 550 pounds.
That's it.
And there's a 250-pound flywheel inside.
And you told me it takes how long to ramp up?
So that unit, in 38 minutes, it'll be at 80%, which you can turn and activate the unit, and it'll work. At 50 minutes, it'll be at full speed.
And then how long does it take to stop?
So once you shut the unit off at night and walk away from the boat, it'll spin inside there for 5 hours.
5 hours.
That's how fast it's spinning.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Pretty impressive.
Right.
And this particular one runs on DC power.
Strictly 12 volt. Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, which is pretty amazing.
Right.
And it runs with this boat is amazing too. The way you have the whole thing, the joystick on the Yamaha outboard set up and all that, and that's a serious demo boat there. Yeah, and people can come down today and ride this boat, right?
They can come right now.
They can come right now.
We're ready.
Yeah. So you're going to start demo rides at 7:30.
That's correct.
Yeah, and how do they do that? Are we going to just sign up at the front desk there?
Yep.
Yeah. Is that it?
Yeah,
Scott?
sign up and register with the girls up at the front desk. They'll get you a space, as they're available. There's a bunch of reservations that people have made already. We'll get as many people out as in the water as we can today with Berkeley and Pete, and then we'll do as much dockside rocking and rolling as we can for those that can't get on rides, because even that's an amazing demonstration.
It truly is, yeah. Even if you don't have time to go all the way out to the ocean with Pete, just the dockside is amazing.
That's all you need to see.
Yeah.
And there's a little breakfast between now and about 10:30.
Yeah, so what are you serving this morning?
Continental Catering has come in. They're grilling pancakes, blueberry and plain, and they've got an oatmeal bar.
Are you kidding me?
And there's some hot coffee and some orange juice and maybe a mimosa for two.
Just for coming down here this morning.
Well, come on down, check out. Well, we've got the Kobe Center consoles here. We've got the brand new Albemarle 25 Express Sportfish here. I've got a couple brokerage boats. I've got a 48 Tierra.
That 48 Tierra is beautiful.
Pete Grossbeck sitting next to me helped rig for that owner. It's a mini bag company type boat for the West Coast.
That's a beauty.
We've got a cool 33 L&H that is just worth looking at if you like to see pieces of art that fly on the water or walk around Sportfish and bunch. So
yeah, so come on down and just check the boats out. It's all free this morning. It's Intrepid Landing, right between. Let's say the Brigantine and Point Loma Seafoods.
It's at the foot of Dickens Street, right on the water.
Yeah,
you can't miss us.
To park over by the Brigantine there, or over at the landings, and then just walk on down the waterfront promenade, and you'll see us right here in front, and right in front of Big Bay Yachts. You'll see the setup, and you can't miss it. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And so Pete, rides start at 7:30.
7:30.
Yeah, and where do you go? You go out in the ocean?
Yeah, we go right out the inlet. Go over to the right there. Wherever we can find waves, or we'll chase the big boats around to get in the wakes.
Oh, really? Okay, so you can really
so everybody
feel
can get
it.
the experience.
Yeah.
That's correct.
With that Seakeeper demo boat having twin 300 Yamaha outboards, it didn't take them a whole long time to get outside the mouth of the bay.
And you've been with Seakeeper since pretty much the beginning of time, right?
No, I've been there 3.5 years.
Okay. And you've seen, like they say, take a ride, be amazed. You've seen some amazing stuff come out of this technology. Yeah, and it just keeps getting better and better.
Right. We average about 1,100 hours a year on each one of the demo boats, and we're in the process of building a new 35 Blue Water right now, which will also house our 3 DC model in that one.
Yeah. And what was amazing too, I was asked about maintenance. You don't even have to touch it for 2,000 hours.
That's right. At 2,000 hours, we recommend you change the hydraulics. Fluid, the antifreeze inside there, the coolant that we use to cool the bearings, and the motor drives, and the bushings on the hydraulic rams.
Unbelievable.
And in the bigger units, we recommend every 80 to 100 hours you change the zincs that are inside the heat exchangers. It's a heat exchanger just like on any diesel or gas inboard or your transmission coolers on your transmissions.
Wow. Pretty impressive. Well, Pete, thanks for being here. Where do you live?
I'm originally from New Jersey.
Yeah.
I winter in Stuart, Florida, and go back home for the summer in New Jersey.
Best of both worlds.
Smart man.
Yeah, for sure. Well,
cool,
great
Pete.
to have you
Thank
here
you.
on the West Coast. You'll be here today, and then next week, Dana Landing in Mission Bay.
That's correct.
Yeah, so be doing demo rides and all that.
That's
so
right.
Great to have you here.
You
Thanks
too.
for being
Thanks,
here.
Pete.
And Jeremy, nice to have you with us from the headquarters. Where are the headquarters for Seakeeper?
Well, the headquarters is in California, Maryland.
Okay.
Just outside Baltimore, about an hour.
All right, very good. And what's your thought? You know, the West Coast is this has been kind of a big thing in the East Coast for quite a while. It's kind of the West Coast is kind of a new market for you, right?
Well, it's a market we've been pursuing for several years, but now with the opportunity to have the demo boat out there and Captain Pete and Berkeley, able to take opportunities to tour around California, we're going to see great opportunities and growth there, and the interest, I think, in the Seakeeper brand.
Wow, fantastic. Well, it's pretty. I'm just blown away. I've seen them before, but I never really was able to set foot on the boat till this morning. Then Captain Pete took me down there and kind of showed me a dockside demonstration. Pretty impressive. I mean, it's like, okay, how do I get one of these on my boat?
After we did the demo ride, Ryan and I were back at the tackle shop, and we were talking to all the boys about it, and we said that Seakeeper is one of those things that, that will catch on like fire out here, but more than that, in like the next 5 years or 10 years or 20 years, however long it is, it'll be like any one of those things that you just don't know how you lived without. Like, it'll be like you didn't know how you ever had a car that didn't have air conditioning, or you didn't have or you didn't have your iPhone, or you didn't have whatever else.
Exactly.
It is one of those things that we will absolutely, every boat that's on the water you will have, and then I mean, it's going to be one of those things that on the rare time when you don't have one, you won't imagine that could have been the case. It's game changing.
Yeah, it's game changing. And Pete Grossbeck, you of course on your boat that you captain there, you have one. You've had one for quite some time, right?
Yep. I was the boat I used to run about 6 years ago. We had the first one on the West Coast, and back then, before Berkeley joined them, we were the demo boat, and that was when it was first here, and nobody knew what they were, and we were doing demo rides every other week. The brokers, trying to get the brokers involved and show the brokers and just educate people because nobody knew what it was. I mean, it was new to us. And the first time when we put the boat in the water, we were building the boat I was on, and it wasn't ready to run. And the guy came down to check the installation out and fire everything off, and he said, well, we don't need to go out. So this is not a 75-footer. And we're down, and we got about 5 or 6 guys, and we did the same thing Rick was talking about. He goes, I want you guys just run back and forth, get this thing going. It took a while to get the thing going, but it was going really, really well. And then, so he pushed the button, and 2 of the guys about fell down.
Because it just stopped.
Because it just stopped. And they stopped them in their tracks when they were running back and forth. And then they had the same 6 guys going back and forth trying to get it to move, and it wouldn't move. And the guy, he looked at me, and he goes, well, you guys ready to go out? Let me know, but it's good.
Yeah. So how's it changed your fishing on Controlled Chaos, which is it's a 60-foot Viking?
66.
66 Viking.
Right. And from the last, when we first fished the boat, I started using Seakeeper, we were, you're fishing every day and you're coming in, and then we realized that nobody really told us is that we'd wake up in the morning after fishing 6-7 days in a row, and you look at each other and go, God, I feel pretty good.
Yeah.
And then you realize that
you're not beat up.
We're not fighting. We're not fighting the ocean, fighting the waves, fighting all that stuff that you normally don't think about.
Yeah.
And it wears you out.
Yeah.
And then when you're not doing that, you're not as tired.
Yeah.
And I talking to the guy about it, and they go, well, I never realized that, and that's another thing for us, and then it's a small boat application that's huge.
Yeah.
Because Rick, you can, well, Pete, you stepped up to the yachts now, but you used to fish the little boats.
I tell you what. Now this particular one, the new Berkeley, the 3. This is the 3 that's in this contender.
Yes, the SK3.
That can take boats up to 20,000 pounds, which my boat weighs 20,000 pounds. So I'm like, this is a very good. And the size of it is amazing. That's what's amazing about it. It's not that big.
It really is. It's very small. I mean, this is going to be for boats 30 to 39 feet. And, really it comes down to all of our gyros. It's only 2 to 3% of the total weight of the boat.
Wow. And, Jeremy, there's something big coming for the future for guys in the 23 to 30-foot range, right, Jeremy?
a year out, but there is a unit coming up that will be able to support the 25 to 35 foot range.
Yeah, and that's going to be the is that the 1.5?
That is the 1.5. That is correct.
Yeah, and so that'll be something that would run on 12 volts and that would fit right in a 25-foot Parker like yours.
Just like my boat, exactly.
Well, what's incredible on that, of course, is they developed that leaning post helm seat with the Seakeeper in it, so it can really snap onto anybody's boat, existing or used.
Yeah.
You just replace that console. They designed it. I think Captain Pete told me there's like 3 holes and 2 wires, and the whole thing just plops right in and off you're running.
And they
Does
glue
that
it
right?
right to the stringers, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now the 3 that we have out here is actually just bonded to the deck in that structure. So that's pretty simple.
Yeah.
The one thing that surprised me that Berkeley was telling us is he said install is a lot easier than you think. You know, when I saw a unit like that, you'd have to think that, okay, well, position is critical. It needs to be dead center, middle of the boat, this, that, and the other. You said that's not the case at all, that it can be retrofitted to just about anything. It doesn't need to be dead center back, it can be just about anywhere, in the back half of the boat, whether it's in the starboard corner or the forward port, wherever you have room, via moving generators or moving bait tank, whatever, you can retrofit it to just about anything.
Absolutely. Midship to aft is, what we would prefer. We don't want it any more forward than that. You get the loads up there and a lot of banging around, so you just want it midship to aft and you're golden.
Yeah, indeed. So, Scott, tell us about what's going to happen today. We're officially open. We're here.
We're officially open.
Yep.
Breakfast, it looks like they're starting to serve right now.
Okay.
And the boats are here. They're open. And we're going to get going in just a little bit with the first Seakeeper demo ride.
Okay.
There's still some spaces on that in about the next 30 minutes.
All right.
So if anybody
you
gets
can actually
down
go
here,
on the first ride if you get down here right away.
You get down here, you can get on the first ride, and
wow.
by the time you get back, there'll be pancakes and oatmeal waiting for you.
I like it.
Wow. And you're going to be going till 1 o'clock
till
today?
1 o'clock today.
Yeah. Okay.
And the Seakeeper boat will be going in and out all day.
Yeah, and if people want to see your boats, the cobias,
they're all open, they're ready to go,
yeah.
and there's people here to show them to you. And
it's all free.
It's all free. Come
yeah,
on down and
just
visit, say hi.
Come down and hang out.
Check in with the girls at Oversea Insurance up front. We'll get your information, get your wristband, and we'll get you going.
Yeah, perfect. And again, we're not really visual to the side here, but if you just come on down, I would say best place to park is over by the Brigantine off Shelter Island Drive, and then just walk on the waterfront walk there. The promenade is what they call it, and you can't miss us. You'll walk right by us here between Point Loma Seafoods and Shelter Island Drive.
You'll see the signs. West Coast Trailers has a brand new 3-axle trailer parked outside of us as well. The Blue Seas Fabrication non-skid guys are out there.
Yeah, I see Ken's here from Blue Seas Fabrication. Talk to
James.
It's James. Okay.
James hiding over there.
James, all right, James. And he's here and James did the install on my boat, and man, this guy's an artist.
Unbelievable.
He is an artist.
Unbelievable stuff.
That's another one of those game changer type of things there for sure. But as you can hear, we have a great show lined up for you today here on the promenade at the grand opening of Big Bay Yachts.
Yeah, you're not kidding, man. Going to be lots of fun and so much to talk about with the crew here, talking boats and fishing and everything in between, and we would love to have you join us this morning. Whether you're a private boat guy, a sport boat guy, wanting to know more about the Seakeeper, wanting to know more about all the great stuff going on at Big Bay Yachts, we would love to hear from you this morning. And there's 2 ways that you can join us here on Let's Talk Hookup. And first is with our local line, which is 858 area code 457-1090. Again, 858-457-1090. 1090, or you can call us toll-free. Our toll-free number is 877-792-1090. Again, 877-792-1090. Not only talking all kinds of fishing, talking boats, talking fun this morning, we've also got some great prizes. To one of our lucky callers that gives us a call this morning, somebody's going to get a chance to win a half-day trip for 2, including all the tackle rental if you need it, aboard the Daily Double, just a couple buildings down at Point Loma Sport Fishing. I know the Daily Double having great fishing right now locally, so if you want to get an opportunity to give us a call this morning,
Pete wants to go.
Captain Pete hasn't fished out here, so we may not need to get him some lines in the water.
Get out there, yeah.
When we went and met Pete for the demo ride, the Indy was just coming back from a 16-day trip, and Pete was drooling seeing 200-pound yellowfins coming rolling back. He goes, I could make some time to go do that, no problem. But again, if you want to get your shot at those trips, half-day trips for 2 aboard the Daily Double, give us a call this morning, 457-1090 or 877-792-1090. Or better yet, come down here and join us this morning. We're live at Big Bay Yachts, and step up to the microphone if you want to ask a question to anybody on the panel here this morning. One lucky person that steps up to the mic is also going to win a very cool deluxe Shimano tackle bag.
Yeah,
a really nice bag.
Really nice bag.
Yeah.
And we're going to have a second place, too. We're going to give away one of our Maui Jim Let's Talk Hookup Angle Cooler Cups along with a Seakeeper hat. So we have two prizes for our step up to the mic. Seakeeper hat and the Maui Jim Angle tumbler, the 22-ounce tumbler that's a super deluxe tumbler.
Yeah, you got it. Well, as you can hear, we've got a great show, lots of great stuff going on. Again, if you want to get through, 858 area code 457-1090. That's our local number, or call us toll-free, 877-792-1090. And when we come back, we're going to be taking your phone calls, taking your stand-up microphone questions. So much great stuff coming your way. You stay tuned. You're listening to Southern California's sport fishing voice. It's Let's Talk Hookup on the mighty 1090.
Buying a boat is a big decision, and you don't want to make a costly mistake with the wrong one. This is Pete Giacalone for Cussler Yachts. I've been in the fishing business my whole life. In fact, there are probably many of you out there that have fished with me. Well, now I've taken my boating knowledge and joined the team at Cussler Yachts. Mike Cussler and the rest of our team are true professionals when it comes to finding you the right boat. Just ask Pete Gray. I helped him make the right decision on his new boat after an extensive search, and we can help you find the boat of your dreams. We specialize in sport fishing boats and are the exclusive dealer for Regulator Marine, the finest center consoles on the market. At Cussler Yachts, we know fishing and we know boats, inside and out. We can save you thousands of dollars and get you into the right fishing boat for your needs and budget. Cussler Yachts is located on the waterfront at the beautiful Konakai Resort, and you can check us out on our website at CusslerYachts.com. That's KUSLER Yachts.com. Or give us a call at 1-866-607-5471. Ask for Pete and let me know you heard about it on Let's Talk Hookup.
This is Pete Gray to tell you about one of my favorite places to fish in the world. It's Whalers Cove Lodge in Angoon, Alaska. For several years now, we've been hosting groups at Whalers Cove, and this is certainly one trip I do not miss. Each year, the Powers family makes great improvements to the lodge that make this great lodge even better. New rooms, new boats, new fish processing facilities, new outdoor kitchen. The list goes on and on. As for fishing, the calm waters around Whalers Cove are 100 miles from any large town, so you will enjoy wilderness adventure without the crowds. Whalers Cove Lodge has some of the best salt and freshwater fishing in Alaska, and there's no need for a bumpy boat ride for hours. You can find productive fishing for salmon, halibut, and rockfish just 10 minutes from the lodge. Here's the deal. The word is out on Whalers Cove, so you want to go? Book soon. WhalersCoveLodge.com or call 800-423-3123. WhalersCoveLodge.com for the Alaska fishing experience of a lifetime.
This is Greg Stotesbury from AFCO. For more than 58 years, the American Fishing Tackle Company has been recognized as the premier manufacturer of precision-built offshore fishing tackle. AFCO continues this tradition today with an innovative technical fishing clothing line designed and built by fishermen for fishermen. From our next-generation waterproof shorts like Tactical or Stealth to our new anhydrous waterproof jacket and bibs, the entire AFCO clothing line is purpose-built with the latest AFTEC fabrics and features designed to deliver for the demanding angler. To find AFCO products, go to AFCO.com and find a dealer near you.
The season is here. It's time to go fishing. Hi, this is Doug Kern from Fisherman's Landing Tackle, the saltwater tackle professionals. The hottest new reel for inshore or offshore fishing is the Shimano Tranx 300 and 400. With 2 gear ratios, power handle or paddle handle, the new Tranx fills the gap for small and powerful level wind reels. Everyone knows how great the Shimano Tranx 500 is, so now you have it all. Fisherman's Landing Tackle has the all-new Tranx models in stock and ready to fish. Visit us at Fisherman's Landing Tackle at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego or on the web at saltwatertackle.com. Fisherman's Landing is the top choice in local and long-range fishing. Our hard-working crew is always looking for ways to improve your fishing experience. We offer the finest open party trips, the best charter boats available, and of course, our world-renowned long-range fleet. Fisherman's Landing is now a full-service sport fishing operation, offering great half-day and now three-quarter-day open party trips. Book online at fishermanslanding.com or give us a call at 619-221-8500. I'll see you at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego.
Great boats, free parking, and a fully stocked tackle shop. Just a few of the reasons Seaforth Sport Fishing is a favorite among anglers. Come aboard top charter boats like the Aztec, Cortez, Endeavor, Eclipse, Apollo, Outer Limits, Pacific Star, El Gato Dos, Alexis, Pride, Privateer, Tribute, Pacific Voyager, and the Voyager. Plus, the new Seaforth Sea Watch in San Diego offer the finest half, 3/4, and full-day trips available. Check out the full-service tackle store at Seaforth Sport Fishing. And it's all run by fishermen for fishermen. 1717 Quivira Road, just off Mission Bay Drive in Mission Bay. Book online at seaforthlanding.com.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090. Again, we're live here at Big Bay Yachts in beautiful Shelter Island. This is just such a cool spot. So much going down. Breakfast is starting to roll out, and sun's coming up. It's a good day to go for a boat ride.
Yeah, it is. Come on down. Seakeeper demo starts here as soon as you get here, which is right now. So come on down. They have openings on the 7:30 slot to go with Captain Pete Nolan out on the water, and going to be you will, as you say. Take a ride, be amazed, right, Berkeley?
That's absolutely right.
Where does that come from?
Do you know what? It's just one of our slogans that we believe in, because feeling is believing. And, getting out there, and it just really hits home when you're on a boat, and as a fisherman, what it does for you, whether you're trolling, whether you're sitting at a kelp patty, whether you're going to anchor the boat, it's absolutely a game changer, and it makes you a better fisherman. So everyone's looking for, competitive advantages to get ahead. And this is one of the best ways.
Yeah, no kidding.
I'll give you another one on it, especially for those like Peter and I. As you get older, your day at the sea is easier with a Seakeeper because you're not fighting to keep your balance all day. So at the end of the day, you don't come home and say, I'm tired. You come home and say, are we going again tomorrow, Petey?
Yeah. Think about that. If you're sideways on a school of bluefin or a school of yellowfin or something like that, and you're drifting and there's a big sea, and you're not moving, right?
Yep. For example, Scott was saying, we were down Mag Bay area in October, and the striped marlin fishing was, back up towards Mag Bay standards, 20, 50 fish a day. And down there, the wind can get on it. And there was, I'd say, 3, maybe 4 days where we're the only boat left out there.
Huh.
There's too rough.
Nobody wanted to be there.
No, you couldn't. I mean, you stopped the boat to fight a fish. It was impossible to do it, basically.
Yeah.
The other guys, and this is ridiculous. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
And we stayed and had a, 20 fish day or something.
Wow.
And the rest of the guys went in, and it was rough, but we were able to stay out there because we were able to handle, especially when we're hooked up, we were able to handle the weather because we weren't getting tossed around.
Getting beat up, yeah.
I remember when Pete's boat first came out here from the East Coast, and I mean, this is beautiful killer green Viking, but it was an East Coast boat, not set up the way we fish on the West Coast with bow rails and bow pulpits and areas to cast to marlin. And Pete comes into the tackle store and like, oh yeah, we had 3 tailors, we got them on like. We had 3 tailors, no bow rail. He goes, oh, no big deal. We just turn the gyro on. You just stand up there like it's flat calm. It's no big deal. You don't need a bow rail. He goes, the boat doesn't move. You just stand there, no problems.
We're up there in Santa Cruz fighting doubles off the bow with no bow rail.
Unreal.
Just, down around.
Pretty amazing.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
It's like we talked, Berkeley and all the other reps we've worked with. You just can't really fathom it until you come down and get on it. Because your brain really doesn't.
It doesn't make sense.
It
doesn't make sense.
It really doesn't make sense. So you really physically have to
something that small can do what it does.
Yeah,
that's what amazed me about Pete, is that it was that small and it did what it did. But if you want to come down and take a ride and be amazed yourself, come on down to Big Bay Yachts right now, and we'll get you on the water and get you on that Seakeeper demo. It's all free. Scott's even lined up to celebrate his grand opening. Free breakfast this morning. Beautiful. I know Isaiah, chief engineer, just had the pancakes. Are they good? Thumbs up. Yeah, really good. Yeah. and we've got all kinds of stuff here. And if you want to step up to the mic, see Tommy P. or Ryan, and tell them that you want to step up to the mic and you have a chance to win that beautiful Shimano Deluxe Cackle Bag, or second place is the Engel Tumbler and Seakeeper hat. A lot going on there. So
I definitely want to get Ryan's opinion too at some point during the show, because he was with and we were both
Ryan,
saying,
come on, step up to the mic.
We were both saying afterwards that it's just one of those things. It's difficult to describe to somebody what that Seakeeper's like, and you keep hearing all these slogans. You got to see it to feel it. It's the truth. I mean, we were both like jaw open at the store trying to tell the guys what it was like, and it's difficult to describe what the experience is like. We've all been on boats our whole lives. That's what happens on the ocean, and it changes everything.
It kind of defies all of your common sense about being on a boat. Like it's insane. Like just to be on a boat and not feel it roll, it's crazy.
Yeah, and so are you ready to put one on your 22-footer?
If I could, I would.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. And what amazes me about this particular one, the 3, which the 1.5 is going to be even smaller, right?
That's right. That's right. Yep. We're moving towards that direction. I mean, the small skiffs and those parkers that we see out there, as we all know. Bluefin tuna fishing's been absolutely incredible the last couple of years, and you go to San Clemente Island and you see all these guys sitting out there. I mean, what it will do for this audience is absolutely amazing. I mean, imagine being able to spend the night out there and not have to go home and sit, work the bite.
Yeah. I wish you could have seen Ryan and I's face. We were going down the bay, and a big 75-footer just comes. It was actually Pete's old boat comes racing down the bay. A 75-foot boat that's going 20 knots, it puts out a wake that's about 6 feet tall.
Yeah, 6-8 feet.
Pete, the demo boat captain, goes, "Okay, I'm going to put us right abeam of this thing. Get ready." And Ryan and I looked at each other and just, like, eyes wide open,
piece of
grabbed the holster of the railing and, like, braced ourselves. I mean, you can't not. It's like seeing a speed bump coming at you at 30 miles an hour. We braced for impact, and the boat, I mean, not an inch, Pete. We didn't roll. You go up and down, because obviously you go over the wake, but there was not an inch of roll. It's incredible.
And then seeing that thing when we were drifting off the point, like rolling 9 degrees and have it stop rolling so abruptly that like you go forward a little, like it's crazy.
It's
like
so cool.
It's wild.
Yeah, so come on down, take a ride, and be amazed. That's the thing about what they're doing these demo days for. This today and all day today, and then next weekend. I believe next weekend, Berkeley, Friday, Saturday, Sunday at Dana Landing.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Dana Landing will be there doing demo rides all day, and come on down. We'd love to get you out.
You can see videos, but until you feel it, like
you just won't know.
Yep.
Gotta come
on down.
Yeah. So if you want to ask a question about brokerage boats, about fishing with Pete Grossbeck, about Seakeeper, we've got Jeremy on the line too, the head man from the east there, actually Berkeley's boss, right?
That's correct.
Sales manager for Seakeeper, and Scott Lampy here got a great thing. Now I have to explain why I was supposed to be on that Seakeeper demo ride yesterday or the day before? Thursday. Yeah, I was in the hospital. And unfortunately, I had emergency angioplasty and had a stent put in my primary carotid artery on Thursday afternoon. I was in the hospital till yesterday, and
gave us all a scare too. Let me tell you, buddy.
Yeah, I guess. So I'm doing okay. My wife was very concerned that I was going to be here today, but the technology and the doctors at Scripps in La Jolla are unbelievable. They have that new hospital there, the previous center. It's like the technology there is insane. And there are lots of people who have had this. I've never had anything like this, and it's a life-changing experience. I can tell you that. But moving a little slower today, but actually they say within a week or so I'll be back to getting into full power. But with that said, I might add too that the doctor didn't want me to leave the country for the next month, and because they put you on blood thinners and other issues. So Ricky is going to be doing the live broadcast down in Mazatlan with the Sport Fishing Association of California 2 weeks from today.
That's right, yeah.
So darn it, you have to go down and have fun in Mazatlan.
Well, duty calls, Pete. I mean, I've always been a team player. You know that. I mean, if I gotta make a trip to get the team going, I'll do that for you. I got you, buddy.
I appreciate you covering.
Hey, I'm a team player. You know that.
Yeah, indeed.
I just want to say I'm glad you're feeling so much better to be here today.
Yeah,
thank you.
No, I'm thrilled to be here. I was really looking forward to this thing because, Scott, you're a great friend, and you put such a great deal here together at Big Bay Yachts that we're pretty thrilled to be here doing a live broadcast down on Intrepid Landing is a pretty amazing place. It's brand new. It's like I said, it's right between Point Loma Seafoods and the Brigantine. If you park over by the landings or even on the street or over by the Brigantine, just walk down the walkway here. Come on, have some free breakfast with us. Take a ride. Be amazed on the Seakeeper demo boat, and it's all free. Scott's put this whole thing together along with Seakeeper, and pretty nice deal you put together for us here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And as I said, really glad that you're here to be with us today.
I believe me. Nobody's more
Me
happy
too.
than me. Yeah, right. Yeah, for sure. Because the amazing thing is the story went. My wife encouraged me to go to a new heart doctor, Dr. Graneri, and she said, "Okay, with your family history, and I didn't have a heart attack. I didn't have signs. You need to go have this test." I did the test on Wednesday. It was a CCT scan. And Thursday morning, she called me. She goes, "You need to go to the hospital right
now."
Yeah. So fortunately, avoided what could have been a pretty disastrous thing. So glad to do that, and thanks to Dr. Graneri for her all that she did to save my life. Right. Anyway, let's find out what's biting down in the Baja.
You got it, man. It's time for the Catch Report today with the cast man Richard Castaneda from Cast Tours, is sponsored by Fisherman's Processing in San Diego. Fisherman's Processing is San Diego's finest, and that's why they're known as the Fish Pros. And once you try them, you'll be hooked. They'll fillet and vacuum pack your fish, all to your specs, as well as offer the best in smoked fish, jerky, and that famous tuna burger. Check fishermansprocessing.com for more details, or you can see them when your trip returns to the San Diego landing. Let's find out what's going on down in the Baja. We got the cast man standing by. Good morning, cast man.
Buenos dias, cast man.
Oh man, I'm telling you, that's scary stuff.
Hey, are you in a cavern somewhere?
Yeah, I'm actually in the. Wife's got me in the cave. Anyway.
Oh, okay.
No, but I'm telling you, man, that's all the times we're on those trips. Hey, Pete, you got to stick to Lolly's diet. You can't be getting those.
Oh, here, listen to cast man here. Oh yeah, have another one, right?
But anyway,
Cass always looking out for you, buddy.
Yeah, he's always is. Yeah.
Hey, Pete, also, I'm a team player like Ricky. Now, if you got a trip that you're going to be taking, fishing trip in the next month, you can't go. I'm there for you, man. You know.
All right, man. I appreciate that very much.
All right. Anyway, let's get on with the fish report. Kind of a slow week all over, with the exception of Cancun. That seemed to be the hot spot this past week. Sailfish down there, Atlantic sails, really good bite going on down there for them. Of course, king mackerel is in the mix down there. A few dorado and a bunch of other types of fish. I don't know what they are, but they've got weird names for them. I'll have to maybe get down there and see what these chacalacas are, or whatever else they call them. But over in Ixtapas de Montenejo there, here again, another slow week, where the tuna were out there at 35, 40 miles. They didn't seem to be around, not many sails. Along the beaches, they have pretty good rooster fish bite and jacks. And then, of course, we get up to Cabo San Lucas and East Cape and San Jose del Cabo. That also slowed down. Striped marlin, it looked like they were going to be coming in big numbers. They kind of slid off the chart this week, but there were quite a bit being seen, but not really hungry. So there must be enough bait in the water to keep them anxious to just keep eating regular baits instead of taking the phony baits. But the yellowfin tuna, still a bite going up there at the Island Bank there up inside the Sea of Cortez, those 15 to 40, 50-pound fish. Not wide open, but they are catching them. Cut squid and also the dead sardinas have been working well there. Very good pargo or huachinango, the red snapper, those really nice eating ones at the Inner Gordo Bank. They were doing very, very well on those. Otherwise, a few yellowtail in the mix. Not a lot to report this week, unfortunately, but let's see what happens in the next week or two. But anyway, that's a report for this week, just to let people know. Our Christmas Island trip is sold out. I still have, I think, 4 spots left for our Pedicee trip, July 19 to 26. Very, very affordable Panama trip, fishing commercial pangas there in Pedicee. And whole package, I think with the airfare, if you include the airfare, 7 nights, 7 nights lodging, most of the meals, 4 days panga fishing, all the ground transfers, and including the air on Copa from LAX. It's going to be about $2,000, so it's a hell of a deal for a Panama trip.
That just blows me away. Blows me away
ahead.
that you can do a week in Panama, including fishing, everything for $2,000.
Yeah.
What an awesome trip you put together, Cass.
Yeah, it's like I said, that time of year we'll be getting in the yellowfin tuna. Of course, there'll be lots of wahoo around at that time, and dorado, and if we want some billfish too, those are available. The blues and the sailfish will be available. But otherwise, just give us a call at 800-593-6510 or check us out on the web at www.casttours.com and Pete, glad to hear you're all well. Take care of yourself and lay off the carnitas and the steaks.
All right. Sounds good, Castman. Appreciate that very much. Talk to you next week, indeed. Okay, we're live at Intrepid Landing at the Big Bay Yachts grand opening and the Seakeeper Demo Day, the first weekend of Seakeeper Demo Day. And if you want to step up to the mic, have a chance to win some great prizes, ask some questions of our incredible panel here, see Mr. Tommy or Ryan over here, and they'll grab a card and put you in the running for those great prizes we put together here. I have a question for Berkeley. What's in store for us for more Seakeeper Demo Days? Kind of give us the lowdown on if somebody can't make it down here to Big Bay Yachts today, we have other opportunities, right?
You got it, Pete. So we got Dana Landing, as we mentioned, next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We have the Newport Beach Boat Show, Thursday to Sunday, April 27th through the 30th. So we'll have a big booth there to answer all your questions, and we'll have the Seakeeper demo boat right there, dockside for you, taking people out every day. Beyond that, we're taking the tour up to Marina del Rey, Cinco de Mayo weekend, the 5th through the 7th. And then we'll finish up the tour in Oxnard in Channel Islands Harbor, May 12th through the 14th, 3 days up there. And so we're covering all the bases here in Southern California. We want to get you out there. We want you to take a ride and be amazed.
You're taking Captain Pete Nolan on a full Southern California tour.
You know it. You know what? We got the best, and we'll deliver the best.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, that's going to be great. Great time. Scott, you've been in the boat business for a long time. If somebody comes up to you and says, okay, I am a Southern California boater, and I want to buy a boat, how do you figure out what they need?
Well, the first question I always ask is how do they envision using their boat? What are their thoughts of it? Because as you know, there's tons of different styles of boats out here for everybody that, depending on what they want to do with it, what's your ultimate use going to be? Was it a weekend condo on the water? Is it a boat that you're going to go out with two buddies and fish every day? So try to go to that frame to find out what they're going to use it for, and then we'll try to match them, because there's a lot of great quality builders out here, and try to find whether, what your budget is, where you want to go with it, what you want to do with it.
Yeah, and the amazing thing is a lot of people say, well, I don't know that I can afford to have a boat or in the water. What do you say to that?
Well, I tell them that's why they've got guys like Wayne at West Coast Trailers to build them a great trailer for their boat. Or there's tons of spots in San Diego Bay and Mission Bay with affordable slips.
Affordable slips,
right.
Yeah.
I tell everybody the only thing that gets really expensive about a boat is when you don't use it.
Don't use it,
yeah. That's what I was going to say. You'd be amazed at how much more I've been a trailer boat guy forever. We had a smaller boat before, and then when my partner Neil and I got our Parker, you just don't realize how much more often you use the boat when it's in the water, because the time is so much less. We fish after work 2 or 3 days a week in the summertime. I
haven't seen that invitation.
When you get off, at 2 or 3 in the afternoon, and the boat's already there and it's ready to go. There's no trailer. There's no issue. You just hop down to the water, you untie the lines, you go. You can make yourself use the boat 3 or 4 more times as often, because you don't need to have a full day. You can go do a sundowner for an hour and decompress after your day at work or whatever it may be.
Correct. Or it's even just run down to the boat and take a little bay cruise with your favorite beverage in the hand and just watch the sunset or rise like we're doing this morning over the city.
Yeah. And what a beautiful day it is here in San Diego. So come on down and see Scott. You're open most of the time. You have some great associates that work with you at Big Bay Yachts, right?
Bob Woodard Jr., Jim McIntyre, Chris French, all joined our team and work in selling boats. Don Socia. So we've got a group of guys.
Mad Dog.
I'm getting waved over from Mad Dog. My daughter Madison's back from school right now and taking care of boats and doing stuff because she got trained by some of the best in terms of tying knots.
Yeah, Madison.
Working at H&M next door and Fisherman's Landing at the tackle shop with Rick and fishing with Grossbeck and Lasley and all those guys. It's like Dad doesn't cut it anymore.
She fished? You let her fish with Pete Grossbeck?
Pete caught her first striped marlin here in Southern California. Then Randy Parker caught her blue marlin over in Oahu. So no, she's had some pretty good experiences.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, well connected there, no doubt about it. So it's a family. Jeremy, where do you see the company Seakeeper going from here? The technology seems to be developing so rapidly. What is your vision for the future of Seakeeper?
Well, you know, the Seakeeper has grown at such a fast rate due to the fact that it's such an innovative technology, and it's a game changer in the marine industry. You know, just today we've shipped over 4,000 units of our Seakeepers worldwide, and on track this year to ship another 1,400. So the growth rate is tremendous, and you know we're going to try to keep up with the demand. That's our goal, is to keep with demand and come out with new models like the 1.5 coming out. You know, and who knows, maybe something smaller in the future. You just you got to follow the trend and you know watch the Seakeeper grow.
Jeremy, this is Scott. I'm going to jump in here and say, and I know one of the reasons you came aboard was to develop the commercial and the military applications for this further for Seakeeper. And I'm sitting here, and Pete and Rick and the guys can probably answer this better. But don't you think if one of those boats next door offered a Seakeeper trip, they could get a $25 or $30 per person surcharge to go on that calm boat, then have that and just set themselves up in the pack? I mean, come on, guys, Excel, Royal Polaris. One of you guys needs a Seakeeper to show everybody this new way to go, because I guarantee you that people will flock to your boats when this technology gets out there.
No doubt. Can any boat be outfitted with a Seakeeper, Jeremy?
Yeah, pretty much every boat within the range that we currently offer. You know, our smallest recommended size boat is 30 foot, and you know, go up to 85 and even larger. So it's all about the location of where we can mount it. We got a great, you know, partners out there that can go and look at your current boat and find a great, you know, the location of where it can be mounted and make sure it fits with the aesthetics of the boat. You know, another thing to think about too is now that with our growth rate that we are currently on, we are in over 400 boat brands today that are actually installing these units at the factory as options. So new boats today, you know, several, as you know, 400 brands is a lot of brands in the U.S. and worldwide. So
I know
we're seeing
our
a great
friend
growth rate.
Mark Wheeler from Encinitas Ford is building a new Michelson, and he's putting one in at the factory there.
I tell you, Pete, you know, that excuse me, the dry boats, and the only one thing when you're using a certain product, it's only as good as a service. And when we first had the one on 5-6 years ago, it was the first one out here. And there's questions and little glitches and stuff, but you can get on the phone and somebody will call you right back. And if they need to get with their guys in San Diego, up by San Francisco, the product's only as good as the service, and the service is tremendous.
Wow,
and that's what
cool.
really puts it on, because it's a new product and people don't know about it. And you know, you have a technical question or something, there's always somebody to talk to. That's huge.
Yeah, that is huge. Berkeley, what about installation? What about, are there people here in Southern California, whether it be Los Angeles, Newport, San Diego, well, you're going to be in Oxnard too. Are there people here that specifically work on installing Seakeepers for an existing boat?
Absolutely. You know, 30% of our overall business is the refit business, and this is something that's becoming simpler and simpler. We've got a diverse library of, you know, before and after installations on all these, you know, different manufacturers. So we can kind of show you, walk you through the whole process. We've got people down here in San Diego, up in the Orange County area, and you know, up in the Northern California area as well, that I've been Seakeeper certified factory, you know, training, and just are on cue with, you know, that of making the process very simple.
Fantastic. That's pretty cool. So what if I say, okay, I want to put one in my boat here? Is there somebody right here in San Diego that does the install?
Absolutely. We've got Mr. Andrew Jones at YSS Services here in Shelter Island, and we've also got Marine Group Boat Works down the street as well for the bigger, you know, applications.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. All right. Very good. Well, I'll tell you what. 858-457-1090 or 877-792-1090 open right now. You want to get through, ask a question of our esteemed panel here, or if you want to step up to the mic and have a chance to win some of these great prizes we brought down for you today, see Mr. Tommy P. or Ryan there, and they'll get you a card and let us know. So let's go ahead and jump in the phone.
You got it, man. Again, if you want to get through on the phones, two ways you can reach us. 858 area code 4 457-1090 or 877-792-1090. Let's talk to Gary, who's calling us from Lawndale this morning. Good morning, Gary. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Good morning, everybody.
Morning, Gary.
Yeah, I have a couple of questions for the Seakeeper guys. One of the things I was wondering about is, do most boats need quite a bit of reinforcement to install it? And the time it takes to install? I like the idea that you got local service. It's sort of like Shimano. That's what makes them so great.
What kind of boat?
I don't have a
in
boat.
general,
Just
you know.
Wondering in general.
Well, we make it pretty simple. You know, we've got, you know, a bolt-in and bond-in installation option, and we take every individual project, you know, very seriously. We don't have any, you know, failures out there with the hull structure. We have an applications engineer on hand to walk you through this process, but all of our Seakeeper CSICs, we call them, our certified sales and installation centers, have been trained to make it right for the boat, to make sure it fits right. If the project's not right, we won't do the project. And the most important thing is to guarantee you, we want you to have at least, we strive for 95% roll reduction. We want you to have at least 80%.
At minimum of 80%.
That's right. I mean, unless you're truly wowed, we're not doing our job. If someone doesn't step on your boat and say, oh my gosh, I mean, this is like the hand of God that stopped this thing from rolling, we don't want to do it. It's got to make sense for everybody. So it's a simple process, and like I mentioned, I mean, 30% is a lot of business, and it's getting easier and easier every day. And with the small boat market approaching now, we're very excited.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Gary, thanks a lot for the phone call this morning. Dallas is here at Intrepid Landing at Big Bay Yachts grand opening and taking advantage of the beautiful free breakfast that Scott's put together and nice setup here. Good morning, Dallas.
Hi. I was wondering if anybody who has really bad seasickness has volunteered to get on the boat and if the decrease in the rolling has helped them.
I think it's made a lot of people a lot happier and a lot more comfortable out there. We've sometimes been called the wife keeper. Yes.
But what a true thing that is, though. I mean, if you have, you know, if you're a hardcore fishing guy, but that's what's keeping family from it, and, you know, maybe family enjoys doing the bay cruise and they like going around, but, man, it's just not for me. I just don't want to go offshore. I just don't want to do things. And if you can install a product and now make it right for everybody, I mean, how do you not go down that road?
Yep.
I know I'm going to go home today, and Lolly's going to go, so when are you going to put a Seakeeper in your boat? Because she has a tendency to she likes going out of the boat, but she has a tendency to get seasick. So that's a very good question, Dallas.
Well, Dallas has already wanted to know when the 1.5 is coming out so it can go on the park.
Yeah, there you go. For sure. All right, very good. Hey, thanks for coming down to Big Bay Yachts. Again, if you want to come down, we're right between, right on Intrepid Landing here. You'll see these brand new buildings here on the waterfront next to Point Loma Seafoods, and just come down between the Brigantine at Shelter Island Drive and also at Point Loma Seafoods. Just walk on down. We have breakfast. We have opportunity for you to go on the Seakeeper boat for free and take a ride, be amazed. Come down and meet Scott and the gang here at Big Bay Yachts and meet the famous Maddie inside the office there. She'll take care of you. And the whole Seakeeper gang as well as the Big Bay Yachts gang. And come out and have free breakfast and win some prizes down here. So let's go ahead and jump back on the phones. Rick.
You got it. Well, the phones are packing up. Again, if you want to get through, 877-792-1090 open right now. Let's talk to Dave, who's calling us from Marina Del Rey this morning. Good morning, Dave. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Hey, good morning, you guys. I appreciate you taking my phone call, but I did have a question about your Seakeeper device. As you know, we're all fishermen up here. Anybody that listens to this show is a fisherman, so this question is kind of targeted towards Grossbeck or one of the reps, but this device, does it emit any kind of sound or vibration that could affect the fishing?
Good question.
Great question.
That's awesome. That was a great question. That was one of the first questions I had when we put it in. Of course, being a fisherman.
Is it going to scare the fish?
We have, for example, we have these. You say your swimming pool bait pump is louder than the one we have. And we have the 26, which is there's one above that, a 35, and we have a bigger one, and you can't hear it. And we fished bluefin last year. We never turned the thing off. We fished, live bait black marlin and, striped marlin and anchored up fishing yellowtail.
Sea bass.
Sea bass.
Some of the touchiest
sea bass.
Yeah.
And it doesn't make a difference. Your bait pumps and your generators and everything on the boat is way louder than this thing. You can't even hear it until actually you plug the shore power in and you try to listen for it, and you hear a little bit of whine, but
not much.
No.
So it doesn't affect.
It doesn't
the fish.
affect anything.
Yeah.
Tom Flager, I know, is a sea bass nut, and if there was something that would negatively affect a sea bass bite, that guy wouldn't touch it. And I know that Berkeley said Tom Flager's putting one on the Hanapah.
Yeah, he's got one in. He's upgrading. He's upgrading right now.
Yeah, to the newer. So and that's one thing, Jeremy. The technology just keeps getting better, and you change it and improve, right?
That's correct. Every year we're working on trying to improve and the technology and find ways to make it more efficient and lighter and still give us the same production that we get out of it today.
So
So
basically, if I have a smaller boat, I don't have a generator running, I don't have anything more than a bait tank running, so it would be about the same as a bait pump running, maybe?
I'll step in just to say I got a chance to go on the demo. You're a guy like me, Dave. I mean, I'm a small boat. I don't have a generator. Mine would be a 12-volt power. We were on that contender with Pete yesterday or the day previous that, no generator noise, no none of that stuff. You literally didn't ever hear it. I mean, you know how quiet a set of Yamaha 4-strokes are. The engine noise was louder than the gyro, and even when we were at idle making nothing, you basically don't know that it's running. It was that was that exact same scenario. No big boat, no diesel rumble, 2 small 4-strokes running in the bay at idle, and you virtually don't know it's on.
Pete, do you ever go fishing now without it on?
No, we do the analogy
it's
like
always on.
American Express. Don't leave home without it.
Yeah.
We get down in the morning, and like Captain Pete was saying, we fire everything off. You do your normal morning stuff, and we have a 66-footer, so obviously we fire the generator off, and we fire the Seakeeper off, and we turn everything on. And by the time we finish getting out of the bay ready to roll up, she's at 80%. And just kick it on, and there's sometimes where what's really funny is that getting all ready to go, and I fire everything off. And then I get out the bay, and I start going out the bay, and all of a sudden we start rolling. I forgot to turn it on. And and you turn it on. So I know if I forgot to turn it on. It's just amazing. We went out, made some bait yesterday, and we only have a couple hours, so I didn't turn it on, and I couldn't believe the difference. It was incredible. Just forgot. I mean, just one of those things you just don't. You turn it on and you just go fishing. You don't worry about it.
Yeah, amazing technology, and a lot going on right now. We're live at Intrepid Landing at the grand opening of Big Bay Yachts right here at Intrepid Landing, which is, like we said, between Point Loma Seafoods and the Shelter Island Drive there, kind of right behind Marine Exchange. If you go by Marine Exchange, you can kind of park across the street there at where the Brigantine is, and then just walk along the walkway. You'll see us. So we have free Seakeeper demo rides. We can take tours of the cobia boats and all the different yachts that Scott has here, as well as free breakfast and some great prizes.
Yeah, man, come on down. We're having a great time. And again, we'd love you to join us. Come on down, step up to the microphone, or give us a call this morning, 858-457-1090. And when we come back, we're going to be taking more of your phone calls, more great information. You stay tuned. You're listening to Let's Talk Hookup on the mighty 1090.
Nothing is more exciting than fishing Cedros Island on a Hobie Mirage Drive kayak. And Cedros Kayak Fishing will hook you up on this amazing experience. Cedros Kayak Fishing offers deluxe accommodations in their beautiful secluded casita, with all the comforts you would expect from a high-end resort, including single occupancy rooms and filtered water. Kayak tours are on Hobie Outback kayaks with bait tanks, fish finder, and VHF radios to ensure a great experience. Fly to Cedros and travel light, as Cedros Tackle has a fully outfitted tackle shop, including top-of-the-line rental gear. After a long day on the water, enjoy delicious local cuisine prepared by the staff. Cedros Kayak Adventures also has a fully outfitted panga and off-road truck and trailer to take you to super secluded spots. Fish where the others don't with Cedros Kayak Fishing. Come join Jeff and the gang for a great trip on Cedros Island. Visit the website at cedroskayakfishing.com for more information and to book your trip.
Sport fishing, not just for Dad anymore.
At Dana Wharf Sport Fishing, kids fish free every Sunday. Free half-day fishing trip and clinic free for kids 12 and under every Sunday at Dana Wharf. Join the Dana Wharf Kids Club and get over $100 of really cool stuff like 2 free fishing trips, a free whale watch trip, and more. Dana Wharf, everyone's favorite since 1971. Click DanaWharf.com or visit them in the Dana Point Harbor, the bass capital of the West, and only minutes from the 5 freeway in Orange County. DanaWharf.com, where kids fish free.
When bad weather and rough seas send other boats back to the docks, Seakeeper allows you to fish longer and fish harder, even in the roughest conditions. Don't believe us? Just listen to what Southern California's own Captain Pete Grosbeck says. He says, we're very impressed with the whole operation of the Seakeeper. We live bait a lot. We go slow, which puts us in the trough. And now basically there is no trough. Seakeeper's newest offering, the Seakeeper 3, is optimized to eliminate up to 95% of boat roll on boats between 30 and 39 feet. Even better, the gyro is so small it can fit inside a customized leaning post, bringing installation down to a mere 2 days. To learn more about how Seakeeper can change your life on the water and to schedule your free demo, go to Seakeeper.com. Take a ride. Be amazed. Seakeeper. Many years ago, Baja pioneer Bob Van Wormer found the area he called the Great Fish Trap in the East Cape of southern Baja and built what is now regarded as the premier East Cape resorts of Palmas de Cortez and Playa del Sol. Today, following in their father's footsteps, Bob's sons, Bobby, Chucky, and Eddie, have taken Palmas de Cortez and Playa del Sol to new levels with the largest sport fishing fleet in Mexico, a luxurious spa, and top-of-the-line resort amenities. Van Wormer Resorts have become a destination for travelers worldwide. But for us, Palmas de Cortez and Playa del Sol are just a short 2-hour flight away. No other tropical fishing destination offers the experience and value that you'll find at Palmas de Cortez and Playa del Sol. Now you can plan your Baja fishing vacation quick and easy by visiting VanWormerResorts.com. And when you're ready to book, it's quick and easy. Or simply call 877-777-TUNA for more information. Van Wormer Resorts, the East Cape's finest.
XEPRS 1090 AM, Rosarito, Baja California.
Dan Cilio, weekday mornings at 6 on San Diego's sports leader, the mighty 1090.
Alaska is one of the ultimate fishing destinations in the world. This is Rock Cod Rick, and every year the one trip I look forward to is Kingfisher Charters in Sitka, Alaska. My dad and I have been going for over 15 years, and I just can't wait to go again. No one does it better than Kingfisher Charters. They offer the best service, the most comfortable accommodations, fantastic food, the finest fishing charter captains in all of Sitka, and the ultimate value. Sure, I've been to others, but time and time again, nobody beats Kingfisher Charters. You can catch huge halibut like the ones we do almost every year, and salmon, well, Sitka is famous for some of the best runs in Alaska. We also get plenty of rockfish and huge lingcod. And when it comes to fish processing, the best in Alaska is Kingfisher Charters. And listen to this, it's all included in your package. In fact, everything is included except the tips. It's truly amazing how the Kingfisher crew continues the quality of service they deliver year after year. Come and join me on the Let's Talk Hookup trip in June, or just go when you can. Kingfisher Charters, 800-727-6136, or check kingfishercharters.com.
Pete here. I was fortunate enough to use the new Simrad NSS Evo 2 touchscreen chart plotter and sonar unit on my boat this summer and fall. And let me say, it's truly incredible. With an easy-to-use tablet-style interface that's fresh but familiar, the new Simrad NSS Evo 2 combines a multi-touch screen with push-to-select rotary dial for precision control and speedy response. As for marking schools of tuna, yellowtail, and more, it's the best. You run over a school, and there they are in full color and high definition. The new NSS Evo 2 built-in sonar technology, including chirp and structure scan, can't be beat. I recently added the Simrad AP24 autopilot to my system. I've had other autopilots before, but I can tell you this one is simple, sensitive, and accurate. It integrates with my Simrad NSS Evo 2. I set a waypoint, touch the screen, and the boat steers to that spot. There's a lot more to the new Simrad NSS Evo 2 system and AP24 autopilot I'd like to tell you, but best just go to your local Simrad dealer or see simrad-yachting.com for more details.
Here's John Ireland for Rancho Leonero.
You know, the ranch is unique. It's one of the few places in the world where you can still drive ATVs up the beach. We have fishing from the beach. We have dive trips that we run to Pomo in a number of different spots. Kayaking, of course, has been real big. We were one of the first hotels to introduce kayaking. The ranch is small, it's intimate. It's 34 rooms, so everyone gets to know everyone. The old saying, where everyone knows your name. Well, truly at Rancho Leonero, the employees do know pretty darn near all our guests' names. And what's even more interesting is most of the guests know each other's names. Very personal, very intimate, and a special, special environment. 2 miles of beachfront, a mile on either side of the hotel. Rancho Leonero is really the last of the old-style Baja fishing resorts. 1-800-646-2252. 1-800-646-BAJA. And RanchoLeonero.com. I'll personally guarantee your best fishing experience and vacation at Rancho Leonero.
For decades, the Kona Kai has been considered San Diego's premier marina resort and spa. Now, with millions of dollars in upgrades, the Kona Kai Resort is a destination for travelers worldwide who can live it every day. The docks and services are the finest quality in San Diego, and the Kona Kai is the closest marina to the open ocean. As a marina tenant, you enjoy many benefits, including secured free parking, a deluxe health club, swimming pool, and more. Enjoy discounts at their restaurant, bar, and hotel. If you don't have a boat, there are memberships available at a very affordable price. The Kona Kai Club has been offering members a home away from home since 1953. Members can spend their days on Kona Kai's private beach, meet new people in the club's modern lounge, share a meal with family at Bessel Restaurant and Bar, or pamper themselves in Spa Terra. Check out ResortKonakai.com on the web for more information, to reserve a slip, or inquire about joining the club. The Kona Resort, like being on vacation every day in your own backyard. You've heard all about it. You know the anglers catching fish have it, so what's holding you back? It's a fact. FishDope.com really does help you catch more fish and burn less fuel. FishDope.com is the only fish finding service with a spotter plane along with a crew of top anglers on the water almost every day that report actual locations and catches. You can get daily catch reports from Point Conception to San Martin Island, 365 days a year. FishDope.com is for everyone, whether you have your own boat, fish on your friend's boat, or a sport boat. FishDope.com has online planning tools, moon phase, tides, hot bite icons, and more. So bottom line is, if you don't have FishDope.com, well, you're probably missing a lot of bites. Membership costs less than $50 of gas, and that's for the entire year. That's right, 1 year. What a bargain. Plus, use the special code to save $20 on a new FishDope.com membership. Check it out today. FishDope.com. Catch more fish, burn less fuel.
Spring fishing is finally here. Will it be another banner season? Will it even be better than last year? Will it cool off? Who knows? Fishing is one thing that's impossible to predict. But when it comes to trucks, it's easy to predict who's going to be number one. Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for the last 40 years in a row. Today's Ford trucks combine legendary toughness and state-of-the-art technology, giving you the best of both worlds. That's called being California smart. Ford has put it all together with the F-150 STX package. These trucks are nicely equipped with an EcoBoost engine, hands-free system controls, a reverse-sensing camera, 20-inch wheels, and a lot more. All at a price you're going to love. Now, I can't always predict what the fish are going to do, but I can predict that Ford is going to be on the top once again with trucks like the 2017 F-150 STX package. It's California smart. Stop by your San Diego County Ford dealer today. They'll be glad to hook you up.